The New York Knicks are now on an 8-game winning streak, and last night they went on a massive run, only up by one, and ultimately beat the Wizards 126 to 106. And if you look at the end of the third quarter, man, this was a 1-point game. Now, in this video, I wanted to kind of break down some of their run to initially give them the big lead that ultimately took down and demoralized this Wizards team and didn't allow them to come back. So right here, we're in a little bit of a transition period where we're going to attack the lane. Now, the one thing we noticed right away, everybody is ball watching, and this is something that is terribly wrong with the NBA at this point. Everyone just seems to be staring at the basketball while they lose sight of the guy they're supposed to be defending. Now, as Josh Hart drives into the lane, he draws rotation from pretty much everywhere, right? You get a blitz from the top, you get weak side rotation from the corner, you even get strong side rotation. Now you have 4 guys in on Josh Hart. I don't get it, right? But then we fill the lane extremely well. We're going to get a guy to the top right. We're going to get a guy in Jalen Brunson to the top of the key. And then we obviously have OG Anunoby in the corner, which gives us multiple different outlets here. Hart over to Mikal. Doesn't need to dribble. Pull up, shoot. Over defender, gets it to go, man. Mikal Bridges has been a star in this last 8 games, this 8-game winning streak. Mikal has been an X factor, man, and I've been excited to see him grow from early season where people were complaining about his shot not looking great and it just looking bad. And man, he's starting to really get into that old style of Mikal Bridges and how he used to play, and he's fitting in seamlessly, right? Now, before we dive into the rest of the film, do me a big favor, guys. Hit that like button. If we get over 300 likes on this video, we will continue to post Knicks videos almost every single game. And with that being said, let's dive into some film. All right, here's another really good play. So we're going to get Mikal Bridges just swinging around the perimeter as Jalen Brunson initiates some penetration into the paint. Right now, whenever we get leverage or a drive to the inside, we all know there's going to be rotation from some side, whether it's the strong side, whether it's the weak side, wherever it may be, right? So let's watch this play. As Brunson starts to get into the lane, you're going to see that paint rotation by Jonas Valanciunas. Now, when that happens, Kuzma then has to guard the dunker spot, which is Precious Achiuwa. So he's going to kind of box out there. Hart is going to get over to that top left key. And again, just perfect amount of separation, perfect amount of, being able to spread the floor, drive, draw that weak side rotation by the big, have more weak side rotation from Kuzma, open 3. Josh Hart may not be the best shooter in the world, but man, if you leave him open, he will knock these down. Another big time shot here near the end of the third quarter. Oh man, this is the start. All right, here's another very creative play they ran. So it went like McBride going to set a screen, but instead of setting that screen, he's going to try to initiate a quick switch with Malcolm Brogdon in this defender here. Instead of actually setting that screen, he's going to make contact and then cut to the basket. We're also going to get a little bit of a screen here, and then OG Anunoby's going to roll around, right? Now, as we start to see this play develop, McBride's going to cut right to the basket, right? He's going to get that leverage, which forces the big man to rotate back into the paint. OG's going to clear out the corner, and Achiuwa is going to get to that 3-point line in the corner. And again, we could talk all day long about the versatility of this team. There's either 1 or 2 things that are going to happen when you play the Knicks. You're either going to allow them to get open layups and open dunks off penetration, right? Because their big men can, shoot the ball, right? They're respectively able to hit threes. Or you can, go rotate back to the paint and then leave them open for 3. So you're either going to allow an open layup or an open 3. Right here, they allow the open 3, and Achiuwa does knock it down. I mean, just a great play overall, man. Get into the lane, draw the rotation from the big, leave the big open, and let the big hit a 3. Let's go. All right, we're going to have a sick play to break down here from Karl Anthony Towns. Just a straight isolation off getting it in the post. Before we do so, guys, hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And on top of that, we will be covering the Knicks throughout the entirety of the season, which means offense, defense, individual player breakdown for almost every single game. We got you guys covered, so join the family. If 3-4 weeks go by and you guys are like, I don't really like this Knicks breakdown anymore, you guys can easily just unsubscribe. Now, with that being said, let's kind of dive back in. At this point in time, This score is 106 to 95. The Wizards only score 11 more points with 7.5 minutes to go. That is unreal. So on this play, we're just going to but kick it down to Karl Anthony Towns. Once he gets that ball, he's going to feel pressure on that right shoulder, which allows him to spin baseline pretty much immediately with nobody there, right? So boom, spins right off from that quickness, that first step. Great job by Towns. Now up and under and one. Sound dumb. Let's go, man. I love what Cat's been doing. In this game, 13 of 19 from the field. Had 32 points, 13 rebounds. This man is absolutely hooping over here in New York, and gotta love it. All right, here we go again. Another big-time play. We push the ball in transition. We set up a bunch of mismatches from the jump, and whenever you get set in these mismatches, it's going to be a very tough time. So the first thing we notice is a mismatch right here with Towns. You got Julian Champagnie on him, right? That's easy money. We're going to get Josh Hart curling around the top of the key, right? We have to read their big. What is Alex Sarr going to do? Initially, it looks like he's going to go over and help out on Towns if he gets the ball, but we don't want him to help over. So what we're going to do, kick it to Josh Hart and force Sarr to make an adjustment. Force him to make a decision. Do I continue to help out here on Towns, or do I step up on my guy and go guard Josh Hart from the three-point line? So as he starts to hedge up, Towns starts to read it. He cuts back door. Hart throws up a lob. Nobody's there. Great. I mean, this is why you push the ball in transition, to get these mismatches, to force the defensive hand, right? What do? Do we go guard Josh Hart, who's already hit a 3 in this game? He was actually 4 of 8 from 3 in this game. We have to go guard him, so let's go step up, leave Towns open back door. Let's go. All right, here we go. Now, this is where things get fun in this offense. When you get the high pick and roll between Josh Hart and Towns, or Jalen Brunson and Towns, or McBride into anybody, right? You can have so many different high pick and rolls with different personnel, and it is always so fun to watch. So we're going to get this pick and roll. Instead of actually setting that screen, we're going to just roll to the basket, right? Roll baseline. Josh Hart's going to penetrate the middle of the lane and make Alex Sarr, once again, make a decision, because the on-ball defender, he got put in jail, right? He is now behind Josh Hart. It is extremely hard to get back around in position to guard a driving Josh Hart, right? So he's in jail. Sarr's got to make a decision. Boom, we're going to reach that point of attack, get 2 guys, 3 guys, overcommit to Hart, bounce pass, and then Towns is just too quick off the dribble, or not even off the dribble. Man doesn't need to dribble. Just throws it down, gets it to go. Man, what a play, and basically ended this one off with the momentum in Washington. 8-game winning streak, man. 8 games in a row this team has won, and it doesn't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. So many more Knicks videos going to come out soon, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.